Sudha by Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur. The official name of this song is Uchchavas Kirtan. Uchchavas. You see, generally this kind of song is sung in the morning. That's why the tune is in the Bengali morning raga. You see, it's a very wonderful song from the book called Kalyan Kalpataru by Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So we will just go through this song. So he's saying through this song, the night has come to an end and the light of dawn is entering. O Jiva, soul, rise and give up. Arise and give up your sleep. And the holy names of Lord Hari, who is the giver of liberation, the enemy of the Mura demon, the supreme enjoyer, the all-attractive one, and the horse-headed incarnation, Hayagriva. So he's giving a strong instruction because the spirit souls in this material world are sleeping. Because we are not situated in the original position of acting as the eternal servant of Krishna. Jive Swarup Hoy Krishna Nityadas. So the position of the eternal living entity is that he is meant to be a servant of Krishna. But he is sleeping in the lap of Maya. The witch called Maya actually. You see in another song, जीव जागो गोरा चांद बोले कतो निद्रा जाओ maya पिशाचीर कोले. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying that Gorachanda, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is awakening all the sleeping souls. Jeev jago, wake up. Why are you sleeping in the lap of the witch called Maya? Because we think it is very comfortable. He's saying you're sleeping, but you don't know where you are sleeping. It's such a perilous position. So arise, awake, and see what is going on. You're sleeping in the lap of Maya. So here the same instruction is being given. The dawn has arisen. The night has come to an end. Vibhavari shesh. Vibhavari means the night. So the night has come to an end and the dawn is entering. So it's early in the morning. So there's also an instruction that every person must wake up before sunrise. That is a very, very important instruction for those who particularly who want to advance in spiritual life. They have to wake up early in the morning, at least 1.5 hours before sunrise, and must attend the Mangala Arati. In fact, Srila Prabhupada has stressed umpteen number of times the importance of attending the Mangala Arati. Because if we do not attend Mangala Arati, then it means that we are not serious in our spiritual life. And gradually it will lead to our fall down. Inevitable fall down. So it is a very, very important part of the everyday sadhana of a person who is serious in advancing in spiritual life. There cannot be any compromise in this. So he's saying, arise and give up your sleep. O Jiva, you're sleeping in the lap of Maya, you give up your sleep and wake up. And wake up and do what? Exercise. Many people like to wake up early. They have a so-called morning routine. They like to wake up early in the morning and do some exercise. Wake up at 4 a.m. and go jogging, running, or go to the gym and do some exercises to build up their body. People think this is what is the reason why we should wake up. Because even the mundane materialists, the motivational speakers also emphasize on waking up in the morning, early in the morning. But they emphasize on waking up early in the morning to do what? To do something like this, some mundane activity. To do some exercise or walking or jogging or something like that. They only emphasize on the mundane activity, but they do not know that the morning time, 1.5 hours before sunrise, is called Brahma Muhurta. It means it is the best time to perform spiritual activity. Any spiritual activity performed within this time period, 1.5 hours before sunrise, has much, much more effect than when it is performed in any other time of the day. Because that time of the day is in the mode of goodness. So if the more one associates with the mode of goodness, in the proper way, that is, not just waking up in the morning and doing something. Because doing something, all the exercising and all that, there is a mode of passion. It's simply aggravating the senses. That's only in the mode of passion. But what should we engage in? Should engage in activities of goodness and pure goodness. Spiritual activity. That is the reason why this Brahma Muhurta is very, very important. Particularly to engage in spiritual activity. So what is he saying? What should we do at that time? Chant the holy names of Lord Hari. Bolo Hari Hari. You should chant the holy name of the Lord. And of course, he is giving a number of names. You chant these names. He's saying, who is the giver of liberation? Mukunda. Mukunda means Mukti, the one who gives Mukti. The liberation is called Mukunda. So he's the only one who can give liberation. Nobody else can give liberation. Mukunda Murari. Murari means he's the enemy or the killer of the demon called Mura. And then Rama. Rama means the supreme enjoyer. Ramante yogino nante satyananda chidatmani. What is the verse? Yes. Ramante yogino nante satyanande chidatmani iti rama pade naso para brahma vidiyate. So what is the meaning of the word Rama is explained here. The supreme absolute truth is called Rama because the transcendentalists take pleasure in the unlimited true pleasure of spiritual existence. So he's the source of the spiritual pleasure. And he's a supreme enjoyer. So that's why he's called Rama. Rama, of course, it may refer to the incarnation Rama, but in this particular case, it is referring to Krishna only as the supreme enjoyer. So even when we chant the Mahamantra Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So although there is no difference between Krishna and Rama, actually the Rama in this refers to Krishna only. But the meaning of the word Rama is a supreme enjoyer. Although in the ultimate sense there is no difference between Krishna and his incarnation, Ramachandra. He is also called as Mukunda, Murari, Rama, Krishna. What is the meaning of the word Krishna? Krishna means Akarshati iti Krishna, the one who attracts everybody, the all-attractive personality of Godhead. In fact, of course, God technically does not have any name. But God is given names based on his qualities. And God has unlimited qualities. So in that sense, he has unlimited names also. So there are many names for God. Of course, there is the Vishnu Sahasranam. There are 1,000 names of Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And then, so there are multiple names of Vishnu, multiple names of Krishna, multiple names of various of his incarnations. But this one word, Krishna, summarizes the meaning of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In fact, if you see, Prabhupada coined this term, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Such a perfect term. Because there is no ambiguity in the sense of the identity of Krishna. There is no ambiguity when this word, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. First thing is, he is supreme. He's not anything, nobody inferior. He's supreme, topmost. Supreme personality, he's not impersonal. Supreme personality. Of whom? Supreme personality of humans or Supreme personality of demigods? What? Of Godhead. So there may be many incarnations, there may be many Vishnus, many Vaikuntha planets, but of all the Vishnu Tattvas, he is the topmost. Krishna, in his two-armed form, playing on the flute. That form is the topmost. So this word Krishna summarizes the meaning of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And the horse-headed incarnation, Hayagriva. So the Lord came in various incarnations. So in this particular song, here the incarnation of Hayagriva is mentioned. So Hayagriva is a horse-headed incarnation. So the Lord saved the Vedas and delivered it back to Brahma. The description is there in Srimad Bhagavatam about Lord Hayagriva. So Nrsimha Vamana Sri Madhusudana. So Lord Hari Krishna incarnated as the half man, half lion Nrsimha. So he appeared as Nrsimha in order to protect his pure devotee Prahlad Maharaj and to kill the demon Hiranyakashipu. Nrsimha Vamana. He appeared as a dwarf Brahmana named Upendra and is the killer of the Madhu demon. So he appeared as Upendra or Vamana. And then he also subdued the pride of Bali Maharaj and elevated him, purified Bali Maharaj. And Madhusudana, the word Madhusudana means the killer of the Madhu demon. He is a beloved, Shri Madhusudana, Brajendra Nandan. He is a beloved son of the king of Vraja, Nanda Maharaj. Brajendra means Nanda Maharaj, the king of Vraja. Nandana means the son. He is the beloved. So one who gives pleasure to the son, to the king of Vraja, Nanda Maharaj. He is called Brajendra Nandan. Shyama. Shyama means blackish in complexion. So his complexion, although he is dark, so particularly sometimes in this material world, there are people who are maybe dark complexion. But generally dark complexion is not perceived to be very beautiful. But Krishna, although he is bluish, blackish complexion, he is the most beautiful personality. Nobody can match him in beauty. He is the supreme beautiful personality. So his Shama and the dark skinned people in this material world have absolutely no comparison. So Shama. Then he is a slayer of the Putana witch. Putana Ghatana. Means he killed Putana while he was a small baby, a few months old only. He killed Putana. And Putana came with poison smeared on her breast to try to feed Krishna. So Krishna sucked the milk and the life air out of Putana. And she was killed in that way. Putana Ghatana, Kaitava Shatana. There's a demon Madhu and there is demon Kaitava. There is Madhu and Kaitava. So he is destroyed with the demon Madhu with the Kaitava. Kaitava Shatana. Jaya Dasharathi Rama, who all Lord Hari appeared as Lord Rama, the son of King Dasharatha. So this is particular reference to the Ramayana, where the Leelas of Lord Ramachandra is mentioned. He appeared as the son of King Dasharath and Queen Kaushalya. I'm sorry, somebody was supposed to read the translation, but anybody can read the translation of the third verse.
He's the darling of Mother Yashoda, the giver of pleasure to the cows, the land, speechless senses, and the protector of the cows. He's the Lord of Vrindavan forest, the Gopis beloved, the love of Radhika, and the most beautiful personality of all things.
So, Yashoda Dulal. He is the darling of Mother Yashoda. Mother Yashoda knows nobody else except him. Darling of Mother Yashoda, Yashoda Dulal. Govinda. The word Govinda means giver of pleasure to the cows. The word Go has threefold meaning according to this. See, one, the word Go means cows. So he is the one who gives pleasure to the cows, the Lord of cows. That's why his loka is called as Goloka, where there are unlimited number of cows. So he gives pleasure to the cows, to the land. Go also means land. It gives pleasure to the land also, and spiritual senses. So particularly for the pure souls who are situated on the platform of the spiritual senses, he gives pleasure to the spiritual senses of all his devotees. So that's why he's also called as Govinda. So Jashoda Dulala, Govinda. Then Gopala, the protector of the cows. Go means cows and Pala means one who takes care. So Gopala, one who takes care of the cows. Vrindavana Purandara. He is the Lord of the Vrindavan forest. So Vrindavan Purandar means the one who is the topmost in the realm of Sri Vrindavan. That is Krishna. Then Gopi Priyojana. He is very dear to the gopis. Radhika Ramana, the lover of Radhika. He gives the supreme pleasure to all the gopis, particularly Srimati Radharani. And Bhuvana Sundaravara. So Bhuvana Sundaravara. He is the topmost, the most beautiful personality within all the three worlds. So then that's why even if he is dark in complexion, there is no comparison to his beauty within all the three worlds. He is the most beautiful. Bhuvana Sundaravara. Maybe you can read the translation of the next one.
As Ramchandra, he brought about the end of the demonic king Ravana. As Krishna, he stole the older gopis' butter. He stole the younger gopis' clothes. While they were bathing in the Yamuna, he is the coward boy of Braja and the protector of the coward boy. He steals the heart of all and always hold a flute.
So it's Ravanantakara means he killed the demon Ravana. He was causing so much of disturbance. So the Lord Ramachandra, he killed this demon Ravana. This is mentioned in the Ramayana particularly. And then as Krishna, he stole the older gopis butter, Makhana Toshkara. He is also called as Makhan Chor. So he stole the gopis. Of course, the pastimes are mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam in a very descriptive way. How the Lord with his boyfriends used to plot and they used to steal the butter from the house of the gopis. Sometimes they would feed it to the monkeys also. And then the gopis would, even though they want to complain to Mother Yashoda, they would not complain because Krishna would make an innocent face. And then the gopis will get so attracted by that and they will not complain. So he stole the butter, Makhana Taskara and Gopi Jana Vastrahari. Controversial leelas. Some controversial leelas also he performed. Because it is controversial to the materialistic people. Not to the devotees. The devotees take pleasure in such pastimes. But the people who are materialistic, they question, oh, how God can be like this? Because the Lord stole the garments of the gopis while they were taking bath in Yamuna. So many materialistic people raise question against this. They say, how God can do this? What kind of a God is he, so lusty? People sometimes rebuke Krishna because of this. But even if God is lusty, first of all, God is not lusty. He does not need anybody else to please him. He does not need anybody else to give him to satisfy his senses. He is completely satisfied within himself. In fact, he is the source of all pleasure. Rather than somebody needing to give him pleasure, he is the source of all pleasure. He gives pleasure to everybody. So, why would he need anybody to give him pleasure? So, why would he want to engage in sense gratification? So, the reason the actual reason he stole the garments of the gopis, I think we are reading the Krishna book, no? So, the actual reason he stole the garments of the gopis is to satisfy them. Because they were praying to Goddess Katyayani. to get Krishna as their husband. So, when they were doing such, because he cannot marry all of them, so in this way, because a woman cannot be naked before anyone else except her husband. So in this way, Krishna accepted them. Krishna fulfilled their desire. At the end of the Katyayani Vrata, Krishna fulfilled their desire. That they wanted to become the wives of Krishna. So like that, he gave them the pleasure. So this is the actual Leela. But people misunderstand this. And they say, how, what kind of a lustful God is he? But even if Krishna is lusty, he is supremely lusty. He is even more lusty than anybody can be. Even if, first of all, Krishna is not lusty, he doesn't require anybody to please him. But even if he is lusty, he is supremely lusty. Nobody can match him. So, that is an important thing to note here. Also, Brajera Rakhala, he is the cowherd boy of Raja. Gopo Vrindapala, he is a protector of the cowherd boys. So whatever happened to the cowherd boys, he was always there to protect them. Even when they went into the mouth of Aghasura, or even when they were stolen away by Brahma, or so many things happened. Always Krishna was there to protect the cowherd boys. Gopa Vrindapal. Chittahari, he steals the heart of everybody. And Vansidhari, he always holds a flute. So he always steals the heart of everybody. So they always so attracted. Everybody in Vrindavan is so attracted to him. He is a center of attraction for everybody. In fact, even the other gopis, apart from Mother Yashoda, more than taking care of their children, more than showing affection to their children, their own children, they would show even more affection to Krishna. That's how he was a center of attraction for everybody in Vrindavan. They know nothing else but Krishna. Read the translation of the first one.
Lord Krishna is worshipped by the best of yogis and is the son of Nanda. He removes all the fears of the inhabitants of Braj. He is the color of a fresh rain cloud and his form is enchanting. When he wanders about playing his flute, he looks very charming.
So Yogindra Bandhan, although he may perform pastimes which may look like an ordinary human being, he is not an ordinary human. But who is he? Yogindra Bandhan. He is worshipped by the best of the yogis. The yogis who are meditating, who are undergoing so much of austerity and meditating within the Paramatma in their heart. That Paramatma is a plenary portion of this Supreme Personality of Godhead. It's worshipped by the best of the yogis. So like Narada Muni, the four Kumaras, Lord Shiva, they're all the topmost devotees of the Lord. So particularly the Bhakti yogis, he's the source of worship. He's the object of worship for everybody. And Sri Nanda Nandan, he appeared as a son of Nanda Maharaj. Braja Jana Bhayahari, he removes the fear of the inhabitants of Braja. So even though a lot of incidents happened, so Putana came to kill him, and there was a Trinavarta, there was the whirlwind demon, and then there was Aghasura, Bakasura, and Keshi, and so many demons tried to cause problems. Kalia, so many problems, but he always removed the fears of everyone. So because they were fearless. There is a verse also, Narayana Parasarve na kutaschana bibhyati. Swargapavarga narakeshu apitulyartha darshinaha. So 6, 17, 28. Devotees solely engaged in the devotional service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Narayana never fear any condition of life. For them, the heavenly planets, liberation, and the hellish planets are all the same. For such devotees are interested only in the service of the Lord. So the inhabitants of Vrindavan, they were simply engaged in Krishna service, engaging in the particular service. And they were not worried because he removed all the fears, whatever fear they had, he just removed them. So Brajajana Bhayahari. Then Nabina Nirada. So his form, his color is like a fresh rain cloud. Dark bluish black. Fresh rain cloud. And Rupa Manohara is enchanting form. Navina Nirada Rupa Manohara Mohana Vanshi Bihari. So wherever he wanders, he is very charming. He plays his flute wherever he goes and he is very charming. He attracts everybody over there. You can read the translation, the next verse.
He is the son of Yashoda and the pillar of King Kamsa. And he sports in the rasa dance among the groves of
Rasa dance.
Rasa dance among the groves of Braja. Krishna engages in this rasa dance underneath the Kadamba tree and he resides in the forest of Vrindavan.
So Jashoda Nandan Kamsa Nishudana. He is the son of Yashoda and he is a killer of Kamsa. Kamsa Nishudana and Nikunja Rasa Vilasi. So he sports in the Rasa dance among the groves of Braja. There are 12 forests within Brajmandal. Keshi Ghat Vanshi Bhat Dwadasha Kanan. So 12 forests. There is Vrindavan. Of course, the principal among them is Vrindavan. Apart from that, there is Kamyavan, Kumudvan, there is Bhandirvan, Belvan, so many of them. And there is Mahavan. Mathura is actually a part of Mahavan. There's Mahavan, and then there is so many like that. The 12 forests are there. So he sports in the Rasa dance. Of course, particularly is mentioned that Rasa Leela took place in Vanshi Bhat. But also there is a Vanshi Bhat in Bhandirvan? No. Belvan? No. Somewhere. I think there is another Vanshi Bhat. Where there is another. It is said that in another Kalpa, the Rasa Leela took place over there. It's mentioned. I don't exactly remember exactly, but there's another place. So throughout Vraja, there's so many parts of the pastimes, and particularly the Rasa Leela. Krishna engages in this Rasa dance underneath the Kadamba trees. So Kadamba Kanana. So the forest of Kadamba trees. Kadamba is a round flower. It looks like a ball. Kadamba flower. It's a very fragrant flower. Kadamba flower. Kadamba Kanana Rasa Parayan. Brinda Vipina Nivasi. So he resides in the forest of Vrindavan. So he's always residing in Vrindavan. He doesn't go out of Vrindavan. I think there's a verse also. Acharya. Yes. Vrindavanam parityajya padamekam nagachati. Krishna doesn't keep a step out of Vrindavan. So Krishna actually does not go out of Vrindavan. He always resides in Vrindavan. That's why even the Goswamis, we were discussing, right? What was the sadhana of the Goswamis? What they were doing in Braja? They were just roaming around, searching where is Krishna, where is Radharani, where are the Krishna's associates, where are Radharani's associates, where are the associates of Radharani's associates. They just went searching for them in mood of separation. So he always resides in the forest of Vrindavan. And the devotees, even to this day, they can see. Those who have the spiritual vision, they can see Krishna. engaging in his eternal pastimes in Vrindavan. You can read the translation, the next verse.
He increases the ecstasy of his devotees. He is the reservoir of all love and is the transcendental Cupid, who uses his flowered arrows to increase the loving desires of the gopis. He is the pleasure of the gopis' hearts and the abode of all wonderful qualities.
Ananda Vardhana, he increases the ecstasy of his devotees. So he knows by sometimes he will not externally show himself to his devotee. And then in that way, sometimes the devotee's ecstasy to see Krishna increases a lot. So he knows how to increase the pleasure of his devotees. Ananda Vardhana, Prema Niketana, he is the reservoir of all love. And Pulashara Jojaka Kama, he is transcendental Cupid, he uses flower arrows to increase the loving desires of the gopis. So it is said that gopis worship Krishna through their lusty desires. So, because they wanted to please Krishna, they are lustful for Krishna, they want to please Krishna's senses. So there's pure love. And he would increase their love for him, being the transcendental Cupid. In fact, actually, in the Gayatri, the Gayatri that the devotees chant, the Krishna Gayatri, it is called as Kama Gayatri, because the desire to have the association of the Lord. And that there is a particular word which mentions that the Lord is basically the transcendental Cupid. Krishna is transcendental Cupid. He is always increasing the desire of his devotees to come to him. So, Pulashra Jojaka Kama, Gopangana Gana, he is the pleasure of the gopis' hearts. Chitta Vinodana, Chitta Vinodana means he is always attracting the minds of everybody. So all the devotees are always thinking about him constantly. So he's stealing the minds of the devotees. Chitta Vinodana and Samasta Gunagana Dhama, the abode of all wonderful qualities. So all qualities. So people say God is Nirgun. There is the version of Shastra also. But what is the real meaning of the word Nirgun is that he is free from material qualities. But that does not mean that God has no qualities at all. God has qualities, but they are transcendental. They are super transcendental. And in fact, they are unlimited in number, but they have been consolidated down into 64 in number. And nobody can match those 64 qualities except he himself. So he is the abode of all the wonderful qualities and nobody can match him. There is no match. In fact, Asama Urdhva. Krishna is called as Asama Urdhva. There is nobody equal to him and nobody greater than him. So only he is equal to himself. So you can read the translation.
Krishna is the life of the river Yamuna. He is always absorbed in Amara's pastimes, and he is the moon of the gopis' minds, which are like the chakora birds that subsist only upon moonlight. O mind, obey these words of mine and sing the glories of Shri Krishna in the form of these holy names, which are full of nectar and melons.
So, Jamuna Jivana. He is the life of the river Yamuna. So, he is the one who drove away Kaliya. And Yamuna is always in those areas where he performed his pastimes. He performed his pastimes predominantly on the banks of the river Yamuna. So, he gave so much pleasure to Mother Yamuna. And Keli Parayan. He is always absorbed in amorous pastimes. Manasa Chandra Chakora. He is the moon of the gopis' minds, which are like the Chakora birds that subsist only upon moonlight. So the gopis, their life revolves only around Krishna. They have no other means of subsistence. That is the situation of the pure devotees. The pure devotees simply depend on Krishna and they have nothing else to do. Nam sudhara gao Krishna jasha rakho bachana manamora. O mind, obey these words of mine and sing the glories of Sri Krishna in the form of these holy names which are full of nectarian mellows. So we are instructing the mind early in the morning. What is to be done? Just chant these glories of the Lord, these names of the Lord, to chant the glories of the Lord, pastimes, the qualities of the Lord through these holy names. Nama Sudharasa, it is not just name, Nama Sudharasa, full of nectarian mellows. So if we chant these holy names, especially in the early morning time, so it is most beneficial. So this song is an instruction to the mind also. So it's a wonderful song by Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So, is there any comments or any questions? We can take it up. If nothing else, then we can.